Did you go to college?
I did. A lot. Here's the thing about college is I wish that you didn't have to start at 18 because who knows anything at 18?
So do you think college was worth it? So, can you tell me, is going to college worth it? Good question. Actually, no, that's a terrible question that oversimplifies a complex problem. God, why did I ask such a stupid question? Yet somehow, people seem to be able to answer it all the time, and a lot of people answer no these days. And that makes sense for one simple reason that I'm going to list right now. 1, the internet can teach you everything for the low cost of getting the internet. 2, this rich person didn't graduate, nor this rich person, nor this rich person, nor this rich person. His name's Rich, get it? Get it? 3, it creates so crushing debt. 4, Saved by the Bell of college years was absolutely inferior to the original Saved by the Bell. This is probably the most important and most talked about issue, so we won't talk about it here. However, this creates a false dichotomy. What I mean is it's much more complicated than yes or no. Doesn't that make us all feel better? The one time I ever read a book, I read this book called Decisive by Chip and Dan Heath, which is about how to make better choices, and the very first villain of decision making they mention is narrow framing. Basically, we often fail to look at all our options. They say to beware of a binary choice, like yes or no, or whether or not. That's exactly what this question creates. Unless we complicate it. So let's do that a lot. First by asking, what do you mean by it? Is going to college worth the time? Depends, but it usually takes a lot of time. The worry? Depends, but it's usually incredibly stressful. The work? It's probably a lot of work. And the one most of you are likely concerned about, the money. It's a ton of money. Actually, you're probably concerned about some combination of all of these, but that means we need to complicate the question even further. What do you mean by college? A 2-year college? A 4-year college? A clown college? Night school? A college that trains you for a specific career? A giant university giving you worldly knowledge, aka allowing you to stall and never make a decision about your future, but arguably giving you intangible benefits? Not saying that's what I did. Furthermore, what do you mean by going to? But before we answer that, it's time to thank our sponsor. Speaking of reframing, thank you to our sponsor, GlassesUSA.com. Get it? Reframing? You're probably thinking, well, I can just get my glasses right from the store, doopity-doo. Well, you don't have to do that anymore, bucko. You can just do it right from the comfort of your own home, and that's great because I hate going outside. Glasses.com is changing the way you buy glasses by cutting out the middleman. They offer prescription glasses for up to 70% off of the retail price. There's like a percentage sign over here. Well, how do I even know if it's going to be good on me even? Boom, virtual mirror. With the side benefit of being able to look at yourself, and who doesn't like to look at themselves? Oh, yeah. And it's risk-free. You get free shipping and returns, and 100% money-back guarantee within 14 days of delivery and a 365-day product warranty. Let me show you some of the glasses that we got. Why do you like them?
They're very minimal. Trying to think of words.
I can't see! Oh, I can see. Oh, look, he's wearing black glasses. No, they're blue! No, they're black. No, they're blue! 5268, the year I will stop wearing these glasses. I'm gonna get buried in them.
Your corpse will take them off.
Well, that's the year the asteroid will up-earth everything.
Thackeray.
I like how thacky they are.
Pretty thacky.
Like, shake your head no at me. Nod your head yes at me. I feel like I'm in the Smoky Mountains, sipping on nice rye whiskey.
Why the Smoky Mountains?
Revel Appalachians. And then they make whiskey there, so it's, you get it.
I get it now that I remember that that's what the glasses are called.
I'm sorry to revel in all of that. No, I'm not. Do I look like I'm ready to party? I look like I'm ready to party. Am I ready to party? I am ready to party. Do I have to call you Amelia when you wear these?
Yeah, that's my alter ego. She spends a lot of time in the sun.
Yeah. Eyebrows. If I make seagull sounds, will you feel like you're at the beach?
I feel like I'm being circled by crows. If I'm going to be eaten by a murder of crows, I want to be wearing these glasses. Probably you don't want the word murder in your ad spot.
Links down below to GlassesUSA.com and to all the glasses that we bought. Moving on. What do you mean by going to? This doesn't specify the benefits you'd get out of college, such as the knowledge you gain from, the experience you get from, the fun you have in, the merits you acquire from, the friends you make in, the tradition of going to, the amount of pizza you eat in. It's probably likely you want to go to college for the knowledge, merits, and experience. The fun, friends, and pizza, that's just kind of a benefit. And tradition, I would say, is probably one of the worst reasons to go to college, in my opinion. But hey, I'm just me. Who's me? Who is me? Are you a self-motivated person, a lazy pile, a shy person, Michelangelo, not the artist, the Ninja Turtle, by which I mean Party Dude, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I'm old. A person already skilled in a certain profession, a person who already has a job, a person with a lot of money, an aspiring artist, an aspiring doctor, an aspiring entrepreneur, a person with a big scholarship, John Ratzenberger. If you're John Ratzenberger, you probably don't need to go to college. Your Pixar voice acting career will definitely keep you afloat. Regardless, this question is very different depending on who the me is. But also, who is you? Who are you asking? In this case, you're asking me. So, I'm Craig, aka WheezyWaiter, age 39. Favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate with chunks of peanut butter. I've been a YouTuber for like 12 years, beginning when I was 27. I graduated from a 4-year program at UW-Madison with a degree in communication arts, radio, television, film. In other words, right after college, I was a waiter for a few years. As far as benefits go, I will tell you that college was one of the funnest experiences of my life. In addition to all the pizza I ate, and yes, this is Wisconsin, the beer I drank, I met many of my lifelong friends. I even formed a band with some of them, and eventually, after playing shows around town for a while, we learned how to not be terrible. I learned how to properly shoot and edit video, though I was kind of training myself before I went to college, and I treasure all the stuff I learned about film theory and film history, though I can't really put my finger on exactly how useful that is. Elective courses gave me a broad knowledge about things that I didn't know I even cared about. Philosophy, history, comparative literature, and things I thought I was pretty good at, but then turned out to hate. I'm looking at you. Math. But perhaps the most valuable educational aspect of college for me was all the creative writing classes and the screenwriting class that I took. I found it incredibly valuable to try my best at writing and then surrender it to a room full of other people who were also trying their best. It was the boot camp I needed to be the creative person I wanted to be. That said, after college, I just kind of putzed around for a while until I eventually decided to put videos on the internet, and after 150 of those and like 3 years, it became my full-time job. All worked out as it was meant to. I was lucky. Did I make my own luck? Definitely. Did my diploma directly help me in any way? Not really. Do I regret spending a fortune on college? Definitely not. It, in a lot of ways, made me who I am, and I like who I am. Is it for everybody? Definitely not. Is it for my wife? I don't know. Let's ask her. Do you think college was worth it?
When I graduated high school, I started at community college in my hometown. I don't regret any of the community college experience. After I moved to Chicago, the big 4-year school experience, I do regret that because it was very expensive. I'm not using that education. That's why I'm a huge advocate for community college.
Interesting.
For everybody. I don't have community college debt.
You used the knowledge you gained from it?
I was a nursing major and I did 2 semesters of that before I realized that I didn't want to be a nurse. I use the knowledge that I gained from those classes more than anything else. I still don't want to be a nurse, but I do think it was really beneficial for my own medical care. Okay,
so if you're going to college and you find out that you're ultimately heading in the wrong direction, that can be an extremely expensive way to find out. Community college might be the more manageable, less risky route to take. I bet my parents wish I took that route because, full disclosure, while I was in school, they helped me with my tuition a little bit.
Yep, just a little bit.
A little bit. What do you want to do tonight?
Nothing. Got no money.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. So, I went to a big 4-year college, and I'm glad I did. That said, everything I learned and experienced, I probably could have also learned and experienced doing stuff outside of college. Could have joined a writer's group, read a bunch of blogs. Nowadays, you could watch a bunch of videos. Could have learned on my own time. But would I have? I don't know. College kind of forced me to. I guess it kind of depends on who you are in the me part of the question. Are you a self-motivated person? Do you need structure? Do you need the sunken cost to convince you to keep up the work? Do you need to surround yourself with motivated people? Also, all the other parts of the question. Do you think it's worth the money to roll the dice at an expensive giant university and possibly get the intangible benefits of broad knowledge, experience, friends, and pizza? Despite that image, it was worth it for me, but I was kind of lucky. If it's not worth it to you, you could go to a less expensive school, unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, or John Ratzenberger. If you're not already him, I imagine it's got to be really hard to become him. You would have to do like a quantum leap scenario, and even then it would be temporary, and you'd have to, okay. And also beware of who you're asking. Right now you're asking this guy. Yikes. The point is, the answer doesn't have to be a simple yes or no. It's more complicated, nuanced. So when you ask, can you tell me, is going to college worth it? The answer is, if you don't know the answer, broaden your options. Thank you for watching. Here's my previous video about minimalism. YouTube thinks you'll like this video, and you can subscribe by clicking there. I have a Patreon where you can support me, and I do little vlogs every single weekday. Links down below to glassesusa.com, as well as links to all of the glasses that we got. And good luck. Actually, you can see through the glasses. I can wink with the glasses on. I went to college.